Okay, for those of you joining us on the recording, we reviewed what was learned over the last couple of weeks, and we reviewed assignments, and now we're going to get into a little bit more of the GPT, kind of how we're creating our own GPT that could be useful for the company. And can everybody see my screen? Okay, that says share your assignment. Is that the right one? Okay, perfect. All right. So we started out, and let's bring this over here. To create our own GPT, remember, we started to create our own kind of a data visualizer, right? And we went to the create side, which once you create it, it's gone, but it asked us a bunch of questions, right? To create our own GPT. And first of all, who wants to explain what a GPT is? Like we create our own GPT, what does that even mean? Does anybody know? But I explained, maybe I didn't even explain it too well.
Well, what we're building is a place where we can, it's like specialize on a certain topic or company or something like that, so that its output is geared towards us or our company or our topic, right?
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we build it to do things that we want it to do, and then we can share it with others. And Charlotte, you asked a really good question last time that I thought after I'm like, well, sometimes you in the moment you don't think of the right answer or the good answer. You're asking, what about data? When we create the GPT here, we don't actually want to put any data into it, but we want to have the ability so that other people can analyze data. And so when I'll open it up in my own area, and then I can create my own prompt. I'll show you how that works right now. But so in other words, I wouldn't put data we wouldn't want to put any data that's publicly accessible to anybody. But I'll show you how that works. So basically, with the data visualizer, what we want to do is to give ChatGPT some data. I made some fake data here this week. And so here we have just some sample data. Like here is a sales rep right here. Here's all their names. They are names that are just completely made up. And here's like January 1st, 2023 of March 20th, 2024. So the last, 15 months or so of data. Here, this shows how much the sales rep brought in. This shows the number of opportunities created, like accounts or opportunities to work with potential people. Here was the average deal size of the money that was brought in. And then here also is the average time it took to get to a sale, right? So we had those kind of things. So if we want to take that and we want to say, okay, ChatGPT, turn that into a chart, right? Turn it into we call them a visualization. The visualization is they take that and turn it into some sort of a chart, right? And so let me take a step back from the GPT for just a minute, and we're going to pause outside of that, and I'm going to show you how I did that. I did that just before our meeting today to make sure it works, and then we can turn it into a GPT to do this in the future. So what I did was, let's see. Okay. All right. I went into here and I downloaded or uploaded, I should say, that sales data and uploaded it into ChatGPT. But how I got it, does anybody remember how, if I have data in a Google slide right here, how do I download it to be able to put into ChatGPT? What do I do? Who remembers?
Download it onto your
CSV file, download CSV.
File. Yep, file. Perfect. Download CSV. And again, Charlotte, why CSV?
basically text to speak for the system. It separates it out into the data into, instead of columns and cells, it spreads it out into text, comma, or number, comma, number, comma.
Yeah, exactly. So again, it's for us it looks nice to have it in tables, but you know what? The computer, like you're saying, doesn't read tables, and so it actually needs to see it by commas. So yep, I just downloaded it, and so here, let me go to my downloads folder. So I just opened up here my downloads folder, and it went here to my sales. And then again, for those just to review, let's just, we'll open it with Notepad and we can see what it looks like to a computer, right? So here it is. Okay, and it looks like that, right? So again, to the humans, we like to see it look like that, right? And the computer likes to see it like this. It just puts a comma anytime there's a table cell, right? Except for in the money, if it's money and it has a comma here, it has to actually put like little quotes around it saying, okay, those aren't commas to be a cell. That's actually commas that are like for money or something. Anyway, all you need to know is that really this right here to be able to be read by ChatGPT, we do like Charlotte mentioned, we do file, download, and then the CSV, and it looks like that. So that's all I need to take. So all right, so I did that and then put it into here. I said, okay, upload it. And then here's the prompt. We say, act as a sales analyst, extract and read the attached doc, and be prepared to answer questions. Who remembers, what is this? What does extract and read do? Why do we need to tell it that?
To like analyze it before we start, because it doesn't perform properly if you just throw it in there with a bunch of questions right away.
Yeah. If you just start giving it instructions, it kind of like freaks out because it says, oh, I need to extract and read it first. And then it tries to extract and read it and do your instructions and it like crashes, right? So you extract and read it. And basically it puts it like in its short-term memory, right? Like it's temporary memory right there. So it's ready to use the data. We can't see it, but it does kind of put some of it in there, you know, like, oh, okay, so here's what I'm looking at and everything, right? And so you upload it there and you put it into here. Now, who I know we mentioned last time that you'd had issues trying to get a visualization to work. Is that right? Like I think Charlotte and Profil. Any luck? Have you had any luck yet, or is it still not working yet?
It's working for me now.
I haven't gone back to try. The text on it was all funny, but I haven't gone back to try.
Okay. All right. No, fair enough. Perfect. And so my next prompt here, so this came out from ChatGPT. My next prompt said, create 5 data visualizations and put them into a downloadable PowerPoint presentation, right? Because that's what it creates. So 5 data visualizations. So my reasoning was, okay, I want to see like the revenue, I want to see opportunities. I want to see a set of charts with a set of charts with average deal size, a set of charts with average time to sale, and then just like a chart that has them all together, right? And so I said, create 5 data visualizations and put them into a downloadable PowerPoint presentation. For the first one, highlight the number of opportunities. For the second one, highlight the total revenue each rep made during the time period. For the third one, highlight the average deal size. For the fourth one, highlight the average time to sale. For the fifth one, figure out a good way to combine as much of the data as possible. Right? Just kind of leaving it over to the ChatGPT, whatever it comes up with, good luck, right? So I did that, about an hour ago, and guess what? first we have, error analyzing. I'm just glad it seems to be working right now because there was some issues. It seems there was an error during processing. Da da da. Let me try again. And then it tried again itself and said, "Oh, another error." Um, then it actually had like this little kind of a little pink box that you've probably seen. It kind of like generates an error here, or it says regenerate. Whenever it says regenerate, I don't hit the regenerate. I always hit refresh here. Because then it's going to try the same thing again and it might crash again. So when you see the regenerate box, just hit refresh. And this comes after doing them literally like hundreds of times on this, right? And after it not working hundreds of times, um, don't hit the regenerate button, just hit refresh, and then you can either say proceed if it's something it just needs to continue with, right? Or if it didn't work at all like this, I just said try again using an alternate method. I think that was covered this week, right? In the course, try again using an alternate method. So if it didn't work, you just say try again. So again, so far, the prompts are not that, they're pretty easy, right? Just analyze, act as this, read and extract. I want you to create, the PowerPoints, visualizations, and try again using alternate method. And guess what? First time, yep, error, and then it made it. Okay. So it does take, a little bit of time, but then you can make it here. So all right, let's take a look and see what that looks like, right? So again, the data that we gave it was this, right? What did it create from that? And it does some pretty good visualization. So let me just show you. So I'm going to click here and download it. And that was really fun. Hold on. Oh no. Don't tell me it didn't. Oh, great. It totally like took away my thing and I had downloaded it, but I deleted it so I could show you me downloading it again and made this really cool. Let me see if I still have it open. Well, we can just say, I'm just going to say try again because it did it last time. So I'm just going to say try again, or you can, proceed. You can say proceed, try again, or whatever. So now sometimes you may have heard in the course, as you're creating things with data, it'll only leave them up for so long just because they know that data is going to be private, right? And so right when you create it, definitely download it. But again, let's see, let's make sure. Yep, I didn't.
Would it not be in your download files? Or are you saying you went in and deleted
Yeah,
it?
I deleted it so I could show you like downloading it again. So here we go. We'll just try again and see what happens. But again, this is going to be kind of like reality of kind of what happens here. I would attempt one more method to generate. So I could have literally said here, try an alternate method. I probably should have done that.
Dave,
Right.
it seems like this happens frequently.
Uh-huh.
It does.
Yes.
Is there, have you tried other programs, whether it be Copilot or Gemini or anything is there a difference?
I've tried Google Gemini, but this was back in December, and it wasn't. I need to go try it again. It wasn't near as good as ChatGPT. So, um, yeah, but that's a good point, Charlotte. I wonder if any might be better. Yeah, that could be interesting. I'm just gonna do try again.
So if you were to ask it just to show you the visuals without putting it into a PowerPoint, is that
Yes.
it?
And I've done that. And what happens Alexa, that's a great question. That's a great thought. I love that you're thinking that way. The challenge is it comes up with a visualization that looks just, kind of
I'm seeing.
animated, that doesn't have all the data actually in it. It just is like, woo, here's a fun, exciting looking, visualization type thing. So it doesn't actually do that, which okay. But yeah, good thought.
And is PowerPoint the only way? Like,
To download a visualization, yes. You know what? I just went back to my screen and I hit undo, Control Z, and guess what? It brought it back. So, but let's see if it works here. It looks like it's almost done. Yeah, you know what? If not, so I mean, you do have to try a few times, right? And try an alternate method. Da, 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 da. Yeah. So here is what it created. So again, you will have to sometimes just try an alternate method. Try again and so forth. Okay, so here's what it created for me. Okay, so it did number of opportunities by sales rep. So Jane, Bill, da da da. So it has all their names here, number of opportunities there for each sample, fake sales rep. And then here we said total revenue by sales rep. So it took them all in here, made them all there. And then average deal size by sales rep. So you can see kind of how that works. And then average time to sale by sales rep. And then it created the chart where I said to put it all together and create, what you can here. And so it made this, opportunities, uh, revenue, average deal size, and average time to sale, and it just made boxes, and then information here, and then you could see the different, kind of a scatter plot kind of thing. So there, that's what created. But again, yeah, you sometimes you do have to, and that's why I wanted to kind of show you real life, right? Let's go try it. And sometimes you have to go in there. I'm just gonna say, um, you know, I'm just gonna say put proceed and see if it does it. But we'll go in the meantime. Okay. And we're going to go back to here, back to the data visualization. And again, the goal would be to make a tool that works as seamless as possible for the company as we create this so that other people in the company can do it. And then, so, again, there's it's still just keeping in mind that sometimes it does just take time and you have to just try multiple attempts on it. So we've got here data visualizer, the description, it creates data visualizations for PowerPoints. And then, oh, I wanted to show you one more thing. Let me just jump back here. So if I wanted to create now a reading horizons, template and put this into it, is everybody familiar with how to do that? Hopefully. Well, let me just show you if not. So you just go to Google Slides, right? And you click on this arrow, and then you go from a template, and inside of here you've got the Rating Horizons template there, and then Profil and I do multiple of these every week. Probably a lot of you do too. So there's the first page, and then we would add a second page, and we can choose what format we want it in, and we're going to choose something like this. So then what we would do here is we could just go. I'm gonna delete this bottom part right here because the visualization will go there. And then we're gonna go to the data visualization here. And we're gonna go right here. And number of opportunities by sales rep. I can actually just in PowerPoint just click and copy. And then just paste it right into here. right? And then I have, number of opportunities by sales rep, right? Now, does everybody have PowerPoint? Because if not, there's another option. Is there somebody who does not have PowerPoint?
I don't have PowerPoint.
Okay. All right. So, it looks like Charlotte, you have PowerPoint. Alexis, I'm not sure if you have PowerPoint or not, but there is another option that you can do. And you can upload this. I'm just gonna go into my data folder here. And I can upload that PowerPoint. And what you want to do, upload it, is you want to go right here into your settings. And you want to make sure when you upload the PowerPoint that it converts it to Google Slides, which it can if you do the right thing. So if you click right on here, and if you want to try on your own, you can see if this is even set up for yours right now in your Google Drive. Go ahead and go to Drive, click on your gear right here, go to settings right here, and you can just set this up once and it will do it if you don't already have it. And right here on uploads, you say convert uploads to Google Docs editor format, right? So just make sure that is clicked. Okay, so if you have that convert uploads, then it will convert a PowerPoint into Google Slides, right? So is that something new, or did everybody already know that? Okay,
I didn't know that.
all right, cool. So it'll convert it. So now watch. So I have that set, and so now I take the PowerPoint, watch this, and I just drag it into here. Right, and you can see over here it's uploading. Yep, it's uploaded. So when I click on it, it's actually Google Slides right there. So now notice it doesn't make them fancy at all. So it's almost easier to just, still just click on it here and paste it here. I can go here, I can duplicate it. And then on the second one, I'm just gonna delete it. So if I went to the second page from the slides, I could go like this and copy it and then paste it into my Google Slides. All right. Did that make sense? Did I go too fast? Do you want me to review any more? So do you get how that works?
That's good.
Okay. Alexis, we got it? Okay. All right. Charlotte and Sarah, clear as mud or okay. All right, great. Okay, so that gives you an idea of how you can create use ChatGPT to create PowerPoints now, or to create slides. So and it can, even though it takes some time to go and fix it and change it, it's so worth it. It can save so many hours. Even though you're like, okay, try an alternate method, proceed, do it again, and so forth. In the long run, it's definitely worth it. Okay, let me go back now, and we're gonna work on our GPT a little bit. Okay, so I opened up our prompt here, our original prompt. I don't think it made a final one. No, but it made it originally. So we want to make sure it says, have the act as an analyst, read and extract the attached doc. So when we go into the GPT, your role is to assist it with creating traditional slide data visualizations and insert into a PowerPoint presentation that user uploads. Okay, no, this is when I realized we need to update it. And so we don't want to upload a PowerPoint to try to have it put into it. It doesn't work. So we're just going to say, I'm just gonna actually,
And you could enter like hex codes in here and say, provide the visualizations in these colors.
absolutely, absolutely, Charlotte. Yes, yes, for sure, for sure. Now, I'm just gonna go a little simple here, just act as a sales analyst. Um, and then I'm just gonna put some steps for it to do. Whoops, hold on. Let me do this. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to say, follow these steps one at a time. We're going to make it a little simpler. Do these steps one at a time. So, prompt the user. No, okay, so we're not going to create a PowerPoint. Realize that does not work very well. So, prompt the user to upload the CSV or the Excel file if they have not already uploaded it. Okay. Then ask the user how many visualizations they would like in the presentation of this data. And then that's step 2. Step 3 will be ask the user if there's anything specific they would like to focus on or highlight in the visualizations. Okay, and then insert, step 4 would be insert the visualizations into a PowerPoint and make it downloadable, I would say, and display a downloadable link. Okay, and then it would say start with step 1 now. So let's go ahead and close that. And then here, this is going to be the question that shows up here. It's just going to say create a data visualization from the file I upload. Okay, so basically that's all we need. Now, Charlotte, if you want to have like for your your prompt or for your like support pages or whatever, here's where you would upload kind of that knowledge base right into here. And then when you share it, you'd want to share it just with people in our company or whatever, unless it's yeah, if it's data, I mean, it's not necessarily sensitive data. We don't want to share it with the whole world. Um, but you just choose the right type of sharing. So I'm going to go in and just try that. Now, actually, we're going to want code interpreter enabled here because it's going to need to analyze the data. Image generation, we don't want it to do image generation, right? Because it does funky images. And hey, I think this is new web browsing. So that's kind of cool. It can actually browse website pages now and look at things. So Charlotte, maybe it could actually pull, it could like, you could put links in. I think you're muted, Charlotte, but I sounded like, looked like that was an expression of excitement from.
Yeah, I have mine pulled up that I started and I'm going along with you as you do that.
Oh,
And my
awesome.
web browser was checked as well, but now I'm wondering if I could link directly to the help center.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you might want to put you'd probably put a link to each one, I would guess, or, maybe it would crawl through them, but probably a link to each page, and then you could just, put those links. But then you'd want to say extract, read and extract the information on the web pages. And that's something you could absolutely try. So now I'm going to go ahead and update this. So again, in here, there's no sensitive data at all, right? So I'm gonna update this and make it available. I'm just gonna say anybody with the link can use this, right? And so I could share a link with you. Let's view the GPT. Let's try this out. Even though it didn't work a few minutes ago, let's just see what happens. See if there's any things we need to update. So I'm going to view the GPT and guess what? So it shows up in my GPT here. Here is the data visualization. Actually, I'm gonna, yeah, here's the one that we do. So to start a prompt, what I do now is I go here and get, it's called the data visualizer, right? And then instead of Chat GPT-4 here, like if I go in here, it's going to show GPT-4. But instead, if I go at the data visualizer, I just I just put that in right there, right? And then it creates it. So let's go ahead and just try it and see if we can get it to work. Right. So again, yeah, you can be playing around as I'm doing this, creating your own GPT, whatever, all kinds of stuff. So let's just try it and see if it works. So I have my sales presentation data, right? My kind of sample data here. Hold on, I'm just gonna open it up and make sure. No, sorry, I need my CSV file right there, right? Okay. So I'm just going to drag that in to here. And you can see it's uploading. And then I'm just going to click here, create a data visualization. Uh-oh, I think it's not working because I didn't. Okay, now it says go ahead and upload the CSV. All right, I did it in the wrong order. So let's go ahead and now upload it there. Okay, so I'm going to upload it and just hit the go button. Thanks for uploading the file. How many visualizations would you like to include in the presentation of this data, right? That was the question that we put in, right? So how many visualizations? You guys tell me. Let's do this interactive. How many visualizations would we like to make? Let's see. Alexis, just choose a number.
3.
3. Okay, we're just going to say 3. All right. Okay, great. 3 visualizations. Could you let me know if there's anything specific you would like to focus on? Now, I'm glad you chose 3 because maybe it was getting stuck because I had 5 visualizations from it, right? So we're going to try a little bit lower. So anything you'd like to focus on. So let's see. Let's Charlotte, as we look at this, what would why don't you choose actually Charlotte, Profil, and Sarah. Alexis chose the number. Charlotte, Profil, and Sarah choose one thing we'd like to focus on here from this
Average
data.
deal size.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, you cut out just a little. Say that again.
Average deal size.
Okay, so let's go 1 average deal size. Okay, 2. All right, Raffle, what would you like to focus on?
I would see the revenue in a descending order by reps.
Oh, revenue.
So,
Okay, let's do revenue in descending order by sales.
sales rep.
Okay, and 3. Hold on, I'm just going to put commas to be consistent here. Okay, Sarah, what would you like to see from this data?
Could we see the opportunities compared to
Ooh,
them, like all of the other two? Well, both of the other two, I guess.
the 3. Yes, opportunities compared to average deal size and revenue in descending order by sales rep. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and do it and just see what happens. We got about 5 minutes. Let's see if we can do it without it breaking. All right, ready, go. Got it. So I'll create 3 visualizations based on your specifications. All right. So I wonder, as I'm creating things, I wonder, how much better a GPT might be than normal, or if it's exactly the same. I don't know. Okay, so let's proceed. Creating the 3 visualizations, a bar chart. I tried displaying that. and it's creating the visualizations now. So we just need some Jeopardy music and we're all good. Does anybody know how to sing Jeopardy music?
Dun, 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 dun.
Right.
Is that it? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun.
pretty good, Alexis.
Do, 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 do. I was trying to see if it was gonna catch on.
Hey, you just about synced up your singing with the timing of you know, the data analysis here. Here we oh look.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and actually put them in here. I didn't ask them to put it in there, so that's interesting. There they are. But so we may need to adjust it a little bit, but actually, okay, here we go. Now I'll compile these into PowerPoint. Now, the interesting thing is before, if it put like visual images here, they were totally off. It didn't have the names, it had funky things, it had total animations, it was like just super funky. But okay, look at that. That's pretty exciting so far because it did average deal size per sales rep, right? And then Profil went one step further. He said revenue by sales. He said, look, you know, large to small. So it did that large to small. Notice this one didn't go large to small because we didn't ask it to, right? And then this one is opportunities, average deal size, and revenue by sales rep. So notice the blue line is the average deal size, right? And then here is revenue, right? And I'm not seeing our opportunities in there. So if it's ever missing something, you can say, hey, try the third one again, but be sure to include opportunities or something, right? Is everybody seeing the same thing as me? I'm not seeing opportunities. Are you seeing the same thing? I'm not seeing them, but
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
yeah, I was trying to figure out what was happening because it says like average deal size on this side and revenue on this side, and then sales rep on the bottom.
I
Yeah.
think the revenue on the left should be opportunities. Instead of revenue, I think it should be opportunities.
Yeah,
Because the revenue is the bar.
Yep.
Or it could be that's revenue in dollar size. So there's that 4 million, you know, that's 4 million potentially. So yeah, I think it's missing something. So we would want to go back in, you know, to your point, right? We'd want to go back in and say, okay, try this one again, just make sure. So this is where in ChatGPT we want to just double check things, right? Just double check and look over, and we would want to confirm is this really opportunities or is it revenue? And then if so, we would say, okay, try the third chart again and be sure to add this or that, right? Let's see if it made, oh, look, and download the presentation. It worked. So maybe in the Chat GPT it works better. All right, so let's just download it here. And there we go. Sales analysis presentation. This will be from GPT. So we create that and then we can see it here. I'm just going to click on it and show it. And our time is basically up. You guys hear that doorbell dinging? Or is that just me? No?
just you.
It's my dog. We put a doorbell for our dog. So whenever she wants to go out, she like touches it with her nose. She touches it. So she's done it like 7 times. I think my wife's gonna I gotta let the dog out. So anyway, so it puts it into here. So anyway, like I said, we would want to just double check this one. Oh, hold on. Average deal size dollars. Yeah. Anyway, we'd want to just double check some things, right? And try potentially have it run it again if we had a little more time. But there is a GPT. Now, let me just figure out how to share that, and our time is up, but I think I can go here, hide from sidebar. How do I get the link? I think I just take the link here, and I'm going to share it with you, everybody, and tell me if it works. If you wouldn't mind jumping in. Also, the time is up, so if you could jump in and share two of the things that stood out to you today, two things that you learned in the chat, right? In chat in Slack. And so I will share this link from the data visualizer, and then share two things you learned that stood out. And yeah, was this helpful today to walk through that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
And Charlotte, you know what? If you want to like schedule time, we could like brainstorm together, like how to do that to get it to work. And it might take multiple attempts, right? To
Yeah.
get it to work like in the help center, but schedule some time. I would love to meet to kind of brainstorm on that and figure that out. So
Okay. Thank you.
awesome. Thanks so much. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.